Welcome to our explainer. Today, we're going to break down the really crucial do's and don'ts for a healthy pregnancy. This is all about making sure you and your baby have the best possible start, based on advice from health and wellness experts. Okay, so let's just dive right into the big question, the one that's probably on your mind. What are the common mistakes I need to avoid? Because, the habits you form during these next few months can have a huge, direct impact on your child's growth.
So to make this super clear, we've broken it all down into 5 key areas. We'll start with medications and supplements. Then we'll move into diet and hydration, harmful stuff to avoid, physical activity, and last but not least, your mind, mood, and rest. Think of it as your roadmap for the journey ahead.
First up, medications. This is so important. We're going to talk about what you put into your body from a medical standpoint, because this is a really critical safety point.
The number one absolute golden rule is this: avoid self-medicating. Seriously, for anything. A headache, a fever, some aches and pains, just taking something without your doctor's okay can be really harmful to the baby's development. I mean, this slide really puts it in black and white, doesn't it? On one side, you've got self-medication, which comes with all these risks and unknowns. And on the other, a doctor's prescription, which is safe and medically supervised. The takeaway here is super simple. Always, always talk to your gynecologist first.
Now, on the flip side, it's just as important not to skip the supplements your doctor prescribes, things like iron and calcium. It's a really common mistake to think, oh, I'm eating healthy, I don't need them. But your body's needs are just so much higher during pregnancy.
Think of these supplements as your nutritional safety net. They're designed to fill in any gaps. And this is especially true if you're feeling weak or you're dealing with poor digestion. They make sure both you and the baby are getting those vital nutrients that are just fundamental for healthy growth. All right, let's move on to our second section. Diet and hydration. This builds right on what we were just talking about. We're going to focus on the fuel you need every single day: good food and plenty of water.
We've all heard this saying, right? And it is just so true. Suddenly, it's not just about keeping yourself healthy. Your diet is literally the primary source for all the building blocks your developing baby needs to grow.
And when it comes to hydration, what's the magic number? Well, you're looking at about 2 to 3 liters a day. Staying properly hydrated really helps with common problems like constipation, and it's essential for making sure plenty of oxygen gets to the baby.
So the big shift here is really focusing on quality and frequency. Ditch the junk food and leftovers for fresh, easy-to-digest meals, and try eating smaller meals more often. It can be a lifesaver for managing indigestion and morning sickness.
Okay, this next part is super direct. These are the specific things that experts say you should absolutely avoid during pregnancy. This is a clear no-go list.
This list is pretty clear. Some foods, like unripe papaya, are traditionally avoided in certain cultures because of concerns they might cause issues. And of course, alcohol and smoking are completely non-negotiable. They can seriously harm a baby's growth. It's also a really good idea to cut way back on tea and coffee.
So, what about exercise? This is a huge one, right? And there's so much confusing info out there. This section is all about finding that perfect balance, staying active in a way that's safe for both you and the baby.
This is so important to remember. Pregnancy is not an illness. The goal isn't to just stop moving altogether. It's about adapting how you move, making sure you're focusing on safety and avoiding any unnecessary strain.
And it's really about these simple adjustments. Steer clear of any heavy lifting or intense workouts. Instead, embrace gentle things, like a nice daily walk. Oh, and that little technique for picking things up? It's a total game changer for protecting your back and your belly.
Okay, finally, let's talk about something that's every bit as important as your physical health. And that's your mental and emotional well-being. And of course, the incredible power of rest.
It's really important to get that the mood swings you might feel are completely normal. It's just a part of the process. The key is to be gentle with yourself and to remember that your emotional state really does affect your baby, especially their brain development.
Listen, sleep during pregnancy is not a luxury. I'm going to say that again. It is a necessity. This is when your body is doing some of its hardest work, improving blood flow and pumping all that good oxygen to the baby.
It's easy to feel like you're not doing anything when you're resting, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Rest is so productive. It actively helps your body do its most important jobs, and it can even help with things like nausea. And hey, even a quick 1-hour nap can make a world of difference.
So when you look at all of this, the big takeaway isn't about being perfect overnight. It's just about being mindful. It's the small, consistent changes that add up and build a really strong, healthy foundation for both you and your baby.
And so we want to leave you with this final thought. Instead of getting overwhelmed by everything, just empower yourself by choosing one small thing from this guide. Just one habit you can commit to starting today. What's it going to be?